us?
Maybe.
But we just
Andre's
met
just
him.
kind of like pondering a bit.
We might be taking advantage of a drunken man here.
Perhaps. I mean, I do have my sending stones, so I could just give him one and he can wait outside the bank. So if stuff does go south, I could call for him. Maybe?
So your sending stone only works with another of its pair of the pair that it's designed to work with.
Yeah.
So it would only.
Oh, I thought I had both.
No, Visra has one and you have the other.
Visra has. Oh, okay. Never mind. You're right.
Going to give.
You're right. Never mind. Forget I said that.
Yeah, forget about
a complete stranger and drunk a random one of our tools for the job.
No, forget that part.
Yeah, forget that.
Yeah, that was just Pam. Like that was a mistake.
That was.
I forgot that Visra had the other one.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. We rewind that back. I don't know. Audric, what do you think? I don't want to leave him here. She starts doing puppy dog eyes. Please, he's really cool and I like him.
He's so cute. Can we bring him home?
He talks cool.
Gomenas.
Tatai. She says it all wrong.
Tatai.
Tatai.
Tatai. Okay. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Do I yay or nay on the come along thing? That's what we're talking about.
Can we bring him with us, please?
Can you?
Yeah, I don't know.
X reluctantly might agree.
Well.
But behind you, as this is happening, you see the wiry bearded man who's behind the counter kind of come up to you and go like, "Gonna have to ask you to leave. You and your..." He gestures to you, like he gestures vaguely to James. "New friend are causing a scene. And also, you paid for your room, so you're not paying customers anymore. You're... Well, you seem nice, so I'm just politely asking you to leave."
Audric is going to pull out another plat coin and put it into his hand.
I'll just kind of.
He looks at the coin and is like, "Oh, I appreciate it, but I still have to ask you to leave."
Yeah, let's go.
I apologize to the guy. You know, I'm a drunk, not a savage. You know, so I apologize to the guy. I'm sorry very much.
But Hex, if you don't take the coin back, then he takes it anyway. Like even as he's kicking you out.
Audric is going to take the coin back then.
Okay.
Just roughly, he's not going to bother with patronage at the point.
Yeah. So I apologize to the guy. I tell him we'll be back when it's more appropriate to, and we all drink together and be friends. And I leave outside and wait for the others.
Maybe I shall teach you to make sake.
Ah, sake.
Oh, you're my best friend now.
Kane didn't say that. He wouldn't know what that is. But that was just Kino. Anyway, so let's leave with our new friend, and I guess we go out to the street.
So you step outside, and it's like it is still the ass crack of dawn. The sun is like kind of peeking over the horizon, you know, just enough where it's still kind of orange, and the day feels a little bit chillier.
Onway points in the direction of where they are supposed to go and says, "Let's head this way and talk."
Okay, of course, my character feels a little cold because it's the crack of dawn. I go, I'm a ritter cold. I think And then instead of trying to warm myself up, I go and hug Kino and warm him up because I am cold.
Okay.
I feel a little warm now.
Oh no. Okay. So I just kind of hold my arms out and just do a very little, very light little pat on his back, like, yeah, okay.
It's like the straight guy half hug.
Anmei just kind of saunters in to the side and wraps her arms around both, and just like tucks her head in. Aww.
We're just hugging random men now. Wow.
You get some from the people who are out at the time of day. You get some weird looks. Nothing like what the, but more just like,
Oh.
But
let's keep moving now. Jane.
Alright, we walk.
What?
James, we're on our way to do a very important thing.
Oh, yes. And
Would you mind waiting outside of this bank while we go do our duties? She's not there. We're not anywhere near, but that's where they're.
you still have a bit of a walk to go there. It's
Yeah,
enough where you can
yeah.
have a conversation.
We're on our way to this bank, and if you don't mind, you can wait outside for us until we're done with our duty.
no problem. I will just meditate and do the crane stansu, and if you need any help, you can just call me.
And I guess for your sake, Darth, since you haven't really been here for descriptions of like the city already, like
Yeah.
Waterdeep is this. It's within the Forgotten Realms is kind of regarded as a technological marvel. It's a haven for inventors and engineers. It's kind of the along with Neverwinter, it's what I would consider to be the equivalent of like Chicago or New York City within the Forgotten Realms. Not nearly as
Okay.
big, but in terms of like the scale of it and the presence and the businesses and the people.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, it's like these like vast, like countless crowded streets, buildings, cobblestone roads. It's not as heavy traffic wise, and it does have some quiet moments depending on where you're at.
Yeah.
I guess so.
All right.
Let me get a I'll get a map of it for you guys real quick. It doesn't have any specific names or labels on it. That would be spoilery.
Okay.
Yeah, so I agree to Duchess Heidi's instructions, and when we get there, I'll wait outside until the next whatever in the plan.
Okay.
Yeah, because you don't know what we're doing, right? So you don't know if what
course,
we're doing is illegal, or if we're just going to make a deposit. Making a deposit. But yeah.
Making the deposit too.
So I guess.
I don't
Yeah.
do anything.
So I guess.
I just saw bodyguards and a really pretty Duchess, and he thought, okay, maybe this will be the next step in his redemption, and step closer to going back to his kingdom.
So
and that's all.
Oh no.
So I guess Kane is gonna turn to him and be like, "So, did you arrive soon in this city? Did you arrive here?
You're asking me?
Yeah. When did you arrive?
Yeah, they go. Well, my friend. Yes, I have been here recently. I used to be in the city of Corvosa. I was with with another, adventurer party like you. They helped me on my path of redemption. Yes, but I came here for more redemption, of course. I laughed, right?
Yes, more redemption, of course.
Of course.
Of course. Yeah. Why?
Mm.
Why have one redemption when you can have two redemption?
As we've talked, the ass crack of dawn has kind of faded into just being the regular past the crack of dawn, and the temperature's kind of risen a little bit. You're still in nice spring weather at the moment.
Okay.
Ah.
So,
Well, I see Waterdeep. I think I've seen it before.
It is a popular setting, and a few of the official campaigns have been set here.
so what does Gomenusai mean?
Oh, my friend. You and I have a lot to talk about, yes.
Imagine.
Gomenasai means I am sorry or excuse me. Because I was clearly very loud to this people. So I say Gomenasai, but they don't understand. They don't get me.
Yeah, understand. I think is the word you're looking for.
Hi. Very smart man.
Okay, very interesting. I guess maybe one day you can teach me to write that word.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I will teach you everything I know. I'm a
Anna has
very
no idea what that means, but she just liked how it sounded. Hi. She thinks it's a type of laugh.
and I go, oh, hi.
I think he's laughing, guys.
Mix my yeses and the laughs together, so yeah. Cool. Dex is like, well, who the fuck is this motherfucker? I want to beat the crap out. Like, awfully quiet.
Aldrich is just stewing. Because under most circumstances, he and this dude would have been best friends over a drink or two, or 5 or more. But he's on a job, and he was specifically contracted to not drink.
Oh, right.
So he's grumpy about it. He's like really grumpy about not drinking.
Because drinking is my field of expertise, I tell everyone whenever we're free, the rounds are on me.
Anway passes Audric's back and says, "Don't worry, my number one. We're hitting the bar after this. Don't worry."
Mm.
The number
Huh?
Once we get out of here, it would be much. If you don't mind me speaking, anyway, I'd much rather I would much rather get a drink once we return home, if you will.
Of course.
Hi.
Away from Waterdeep.
Ah,
Yeah, we're gonna need to be very far away after this.
yes.
But maybe we can still meet after.
We can all leave Waterdeep once this is over.
And then everyone hugs again.
Yeah.
Group hug.
Another
Oh,
Also-
group hug.
I just got done with my curry.
Ooh.
I posted a picture in tabletop.
Let me see.
I
Yeah,
think
I
it
saw it.
vastly looks better. And it tastes amazing.
looks tasty.
Nice.
Let me see.
I only mention it because I find it hilarious that you're a Japanese-based character, and I'm making Japanese curry.
Oh, that looks good.
Convenient.
It is destiny. Oh.
What'd you say, Pam?
I said that looks good.
Right? The broccoli didn't just disintegrate into the curry this time.
And
Because I added it after.
everyone reacting with booty. I'm supposed to be the one with the dumb reaction. All right.
Here we are all smooth brain.
Smooth. The smoothest.
This smooth like a baby's bottom. That's our brains.
The pregnant emote returns.
Pognut.
So, having
Yes.
and I guess unless there's anything specifically you want to say to each other, the journey continues. You know, you're
Yeah.
walking along, Hanwi. You look fanciful. You know, with your bodyguards, and then you also have a drunk guy with you. So the Asmodeus Bank is this imposing building perched in the castle ward. You know, the rich half of Waterdeep. It stands at least 3 stories tall, with buttresses on the outside and pillars, gray carved from marble. The large wooden double doors, if you approach them, kind of open automatically through some unknown mechanism.
I'm sorry. I'm just imagining this. Sorry. I just imagined this as a corporate building in Toontown.
Man, you haven't played Toontown.
Yes, I have.
Nah.
Not recently, but I have.
1 second, be right back.
All right.
The corporate skyscrapers against the regular old ass Toon homes. Yeah.
All right. It's I guess less corporate and more medieval though. You know, I guess kind of the similar
The
imagery.
medieval corporate.
Yeah.
As corporate as a medieval bank can get.
And also magic.
Yes.
Magic.
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 Imagination.
Yeah. And I think I heard
I'm
Darth
glad
say he
to
was
hear.
going to be back, right?
Yeah, he's gonna be right back.
Okay.
I miss his accent already.
Okay. So I have a new favorite meal. It's the Japanese curry I just posted into the channel with some sushi rice and just a glass of just sweet iced tea.
Sounds wonderful.
It is.
I love sweet tea. Sweet iced tea. Oh my god.
You can go right about now.
Welcome back, Darth.
Oh, hey, welcome back, Darth.
Thank you. I just got.
I don't know. Did you leave in the middle of me kind of describing the bank?
You did already describe it like being this.
He left while I was describing Toontown.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So that's okay.
Toontown.
So I guess we arrive. Kane just kind of takes a deep breath. So this is it.
Okay.
Roderick looks bored.
Anway's pretty nervous. You guys, I don't think. Okay, hold on. She's like kind of breathing a little bit. I can do this. I can do this. Okay, I can be fancy. I can talk fancy.
And I grab her shoulders and I'm like, "You can do it. You're okay. You." Oh wait, no, I don't. I'm her bodyguard.
Yeah,
Shit,
what the heck
I
are you
don't do
doing?
that. Damn it! Oh, I want to.
She
I want to do that.
What do you think you're doing? My side.
Okay, I guess.
Number one, fan me.
Roderick fans.
Okay, I'm in character. Whew.
Enjoy this while you can.
James, you just see like this spontaneous freak out of like these people who previously seemed kind of cool and together, kind of like slap, fan, like it all happens in the span of like a couple seconds.
Okay, so and then straight away I just kind of bow a little and I'm like, Miss, if you would allow me, please, to say, you can do this.
Roderick is going to punch Keen in the gut.
Shit! Oh, being nice, being nice at such a price.
Roderick is going to speak to number 2 and say, "Speak when spoken to." Number 2. Number 2. Because then we're going to go the K&D route.
Wait, what's K&D?
Kids Next Door.
Oh, okay.
I am a very well cultured man, as you can see.
I am number 2 because I am shit.
You have a lot to learn from number 1, number 2. I know you're new. This is why I'm taking it easy on you.
I'm giving it like an hour before you guys get that mixed up.
No.
Suddenly I'm number 6.
No.
Just demotion.
Just get punched in the gut again and again. Each time is one number more.
All right. Are you two ready?
Hi! Oh, no, I'm not.
She turns to James. Stay.
Yes,
Heidi. I love this guy so much.
No. Always trying not to crack again.
Okay.
This is
Where'd my
great.
drink go? Sorry, BRB.
Oh. It's
We
like
lost
the moment I'm like, oh, and then people are like, oh, we're leaving. I'm out.
Yeah, so James mans his instruction of waiting outside and trying not to do anything too suspicious and just keep on his tea.
Okay. You, for the moment, you are undisturbed. Kind of sit like. How are
I'm
you
back.
sitting? What's your like posture? And welcome back, Hex.
Thank you.
Oh, well,
On a scale of like 1 being not homeless and 10 being homeless, how do you look?
Does my character know Waterdeep have a lot of homeless?
Can you repeat that? It kind of. I don't think I made it out.
Yeah, it cut out a little.
Yeah, sorry. I was saying, does my character know if there are a lot of homeless around?
You do not know. Well, at the moment, at least in this, you haven't passed anyone who you see who seems to be homeless. Like in your time in
Because-
Waterdeep.
Yeah, my character was thinking he doesn't want to, give away that he's like a super monk or anything to make things suspicious in front of a bank,
Okay.
So, yeah, he'll, sit down and casually.
So is it
right?
like you're gonna sit on the curb and eat a slice of pizza, Cobra Kai style?
You know what? Because I like this so much, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go with that.
You find like because of the pattern of like how the stonework looks to kind of give the bank like this magnanimous structure. You find a stone that you can kind of sit on. It's like a little too low to be optimum. It's like a parking block in front of a parking space. Just it's enough to keep you
works.
off the ground.
Yeah, that works. That's
Yeah.
fine.
And
Okay.
it's the sun is up. There's a sunrise in effect. You can kind of lean back and go, man, my head hurts so much.
From all the drinking.
Well, it's like you can't ever be totally sober because if you do, then the hangover kicks in.
Oh yeah, and when it does, they're in surprise.
He's the drunken master, not the hungover master.
Yeah.
But sometimes they made out of drinks, though.
So for the rest of you, for Ennui, for Keen and Aldrich, as you step inside, as you walk through the archway that is that is the double doors as they open in, you feel this and almost this sense of like a brief feeling of warmth kind of washes over you. Like temporary, it feels like something like you had to move through some kind of membrane that you can't see to get inside. It's there for a moment, and it passes, and it's back to room temperature again.
Can I do like a perception to see what it was real quick? Maybe like get a glimpse. I don't know anything.
You can make an Arcana check, and I would say the same goes for Keen and for Kane and Aldrich.
Got it.
Okay, I got 5.
Ennui, although you kind of feel that pulse of warmth, you can't really make out what it is. What were the other rolls?
That is very aesthetically pleasing.
I
What?
got a 19.
Because of the
And Audra, can you go? Can you make a roll for me too as well? An Arcana? Yeah.
Yeah, for the funnies. 6.
So Aldrich, you just have to kind of have the same knowledge. You don't know what it was, but you just felt that blah as you stepped inside. Keen, you get the sense that you were being scanned, observed by something or someone as you stepped inside.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay. I don't think there's any way for me to communicate that without kind of letting go of our disguise. So I'll just be extra careful too.
You could. It's all about how you handle it in character, though.
Oh.
Because you have your role, but you could operate within that role to still communicate.
So I guess I would.
How would you, as a humble, probably underpaid bodyguard, approach your charge, who has known money and luxury all her life, and who kind of sees you as servants?
I think I would warn my superior first. I would kind of whisper to Aldrich.
Okay.
Be like, and kind of, because that would probably be a little more acceptable.
Would you like to do that?
Yeah, I'll kind of just lean a little closer and kind of whisper.
As soon as he utters the word, I uppercut him again.
Oh, come on.
Speak when spoken to, number 2. Speak when spoken to.
Yeah, I guess I don't say anything then.
You can speak, number 2.
Damn it, I just got punched for nothing.
You can punch him back. Do it. Do it.
I'm not gonna do it. Oh, wait, no, she's ordering me to. I'm gonna punch him in the gut.
Excellent.
So since I got the clearance to speak, I'm just gonna kind of whisper to.
So would
would
you say
only
you'd
the
like to
3 of
pause in the doorway, like after you have that feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you all feel it, but only Keen was able to really go like, hey, I think I know what this is.
Do I think I know what this is? I mean, how would I interpret it as?
Unfortunately, you, Keen, are not really you're not a magic user, correct?
Yeah.
And so you have this knowledge based only on, I've read about this kind of thing. I think that like someone is kind of checking us out. Not in like the sexy way, but in like someone sizing us up.
No.
We're being observed.
I feel like someone is watching us, and there's something in this doorway that allows them to do that.
Huh.
We can move on
Okay.
now.
All right. Thank you.
So the 3 of you, like the layout of the room is for the most part what you were shown by the diagrams offered to you by Jarlaxle. On the right, as you step in, that's kind of a more luxurious waiting area. They're in these marble tables sit off to the sides, sitting atop these fanciful rugs, the sort that kind of hug your toes and make you feel cozy when you step in them. The chairs themselves are these luxurious armchairs, the sort that you'd like fall asleep in without meaning to. They're overstuffed and not overstuffed, but just stuffed enough to kind of feel firm and bulging a little bit. And you can see several folks, different species, different genders, kind of doing their best to talk down at each other, all of whom are trying to talk down at the person next to them. They're well dressed, like in robes and suits and dresses. The ladies have politely crossed their legs so as not to expose anything, while holding a drink and not quite placing their elbows, on the chairs.
Anway wants to scope. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, you're okay. Feel.
No, you go ahead. What's to the right or to the left or whatever?
To the left is perhaps the most professional sort of. I guess Anway, you probably aren't too familiar with like a banking institution. You know, like given your history,
No,
is that
but
right?
I assume that she's done practice of the layout and gotten the rundown. She's been taught what
Oh,
to
yeah.
expect and what to do.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying you don't know what to expect from this
Yeah.
layout. I'm saying just like you don't have the point of comparison of like, oh, you know, this is what like a
Yeah,
bunch of other
right.
banks are. Like the only point of comparison you really have is like Foggy's, what was it? Cash House, whatever.
Yeah, something.
Foggy's coin. That's your only real point of comparison for a bank. And this is just, you know, and much larger. For Keen and Audric, you guys have like your histories are kind of you might have more experience with like banking institutions, given your like more civilized upbringings.
I think I would.
Okay, this each teller to the left, and they're all tieflings, all like male and female tieflings.
Hmm.
They each look. They're dressed like all of them could be clients here. Everyone is dressed fancifully. These slick crimson robes. They're rather than urgent. All their gestures look like the gestures of a magician, drawing out like actions with each time. They're smooth, like a dealer, like a 5-card shanty dealer. And they're hidden behind these magnificent oak desks, so with enough space between them that you can kind of relax and not feel like the person next to you is like overhearing the conversation where you're putting, you know, hundreds of thousands of gold in the bank. At the moment, there don't seem to be any who are free. To the back, you see the doorways that you're told lead to the initial safety deposit boxes of the bank. There are these thick but slick-looking iron doors with like you can kind of see a gear mechanism on the front that seems to hold them shut. To the left and right, you see 2 different offices. The one on the right, it too is kind of masked by this iron door, and unlike the other door, there seems to be no clear way to open it from the outside. On the left, it looks more like an office. You catch a glimpse through a crack in the door, and sitting at the desk inside is a tiefling woman. She's smoking a thin, like do you know, have you ever, those like cigarette holders from like the 1950s or so?
Yeah, a chillum.
Yeah, a what?
A chillum.
Is that really what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay. She's got a chillum in her mouth, and you see her take a long drag. And then she seems to realize that she's being watched. And she looks up. There's a blink. Audric, you feel her look right at you. And then the door shuts as if by magic. What would you like to do?
I would like to do.
Audric is going to fight every urge to find out who that woman is. He has a job to play.
He's like, I'm gonna try and fuck her later.
If he's still alive, that is.
All right. I would like to do a scope around and see who is in charge, since everyone is busy. And, a duchess doesn't have any business waiting around.
Yeah, waiting around like some kind of fucking
Some
peasant.
kind of fucking peasant. So do I do a perception check or something, or?
So you're trying to look for whoever might be in charge?
Yeah, since everyone is busy, she's gonna try and just bypass, like demand attention now. She wants to talk to the main person to handle her business.
So, based on what Jarlaxle told you about the bank management, you can surmise that the tiefling with the office in the corner is the head of this institution.
Can she get there?
Not without crossing, jumping the desks and kind of going behind the counter.
Okay.
As you're like, how the fuck do I talk to management? You see, in this case, it's a It's an elven lady. She stands slightly taller than you. Well, slightly. She's about 6'2". She's in this.
Slightly taller than me, and then what? You cut out.
Add one of the teller. Speaking with one of the tiefling tellers to the left is this like elegant high elf. You see her. She kind of turns, and it's almost like a pirouette. It feel not like the motion is, but it evokes the same sort of feeling. And she spins. You know, she's got a bag in hand, and she turns around. She's got heels almost as high as yours, Anhui. And she's wearing this like golden dress. And she turns around to the waiting area, her chin kind of held aloft, and says, "Frederick." And you see one of the men kind of like shuffle to his feet, like he was kind of caught in he was maybe like half asleep, but he doesn't want to acknowledge it. Although he's a dwarf, and so him shuffling to his feet adds like 5 inches. He's got a magnificently groomed beard, and you hear him go like, "Yes, milady. We are going. Collect your things, your poor person things, and come along." And she snaps. I can't snap my fingers, but she's snapping them like, "Fucking hurry up, Pam! Snap your fingers a bunch." And she does that until the dwarf is like fucking hustling along next to her, and she's already like walking out, like she's not waiting for him, and he's like jogging to catch up, and then he's finally like walking beside her, and then she hands him her purse, like her bags, an umbrella that she was carrying with her to deflect the sun, and you see him like like push it up, and then like she's significantly taller than him, so he's like almost walking on his tiptoes, like holding his arm like straight up to like hold the umbrella over her and kind of block out. Like the sun's barely up. There's no sun to block out, but it's being held up anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And
so she was a customer?
Yes. You feel the because and you see the tiefling teller. She looks fairly young to be working in an institution like this. Her skin incredibly smooth, like red. She kind of fits in with the more stereotypical definition of tieflings. Her horns kind of curved out, almost as if manicured. You see, you catch sight of her tail kind of thwip up above the counter, and you see like jewelry kind of fastened to the end. She blinks slowly and looks at you. And then says, "Next."
All right. Anhui looks at her number 1 and her number 2, nods, and then makes her way up to the window.
Hodrick is going to be flanking her to her right.
Flanking her to her left.
And I guess just so we have an image too, we are going off the first floor bank that was in the picture before.
Mm-hmm.
Just so everyone's on that page.
Yeah.
So if you want a good idea of what the physical layout is, that is what we're going with.
Good.
So,
very aesthetically pleasing. I just saw that.
What? Who? When?
And overdue Eddies.
How dare you guys post there?
He's right though.
Yeah, how did it?
PS is alphabetically descending.
I see.
You know what? I want to put a star on that.
Not if I put a butt on it first.
No, is it the wrong star? I don't know if it's the right star.
It's the right star.
Good. All right. Is there any paperwork that I have for this or no?
You don't. You haven't come to the bank with any paperwork.
Okay. Anhui's going to saunter up. Does she have the money or no? What's going on with
You
that?
have as much money as you want to bring with you. Yeah.
Okay, so she's got a deposit. And how much was that again?
Like the amount of money that you were given?
Yeah, that we have to deposit, quote unquote, say that we deposit.
Well, that's up to you. But you were you were given the it's the money that you had from for Jarlaxle, and I think you were given what? How much platinum did I give you guys before? Did
500.
Xanathar?
Ooh, a lot.
1,500 each.
So you have 1,500 platinum, which feels like based on what you know, is kind of like adequate, like carry around money for someone of the class that you're masquerading as.
I
No,
have
it's
five-
1,500 in total, so it's 500 each.
Yeah, 500.
However,
each.
do you and we have a letter, I guess proof of inheritance from your from your fake father for your fake identity,
My uncle.
uncle. Hey,
All right.
I'm the DM. What I say goes, motherfucker.
Anwe's gonna pull out this piece of paper from a little clasp pursed thing that she has. It's very pretty. It's delicate. It's got a little bit of filigree around it. Anyway, some lace. It's a little clamp purse. Anyway, she takes out this little inheritance paper. Excuse me, madam. My name is Duchess Heidi Lumvi.
Oh, keep going.
I am here to deposit quite a large sum that I inherited from my uncle Jacques Monvet. You might have heard of him. He is quite rich. Was quite rich.
Which?
Quit watch.
Rich. I can't say my W's.
Oh,
It's
he's
very
so
hard.
rich.
Which was rich.
Anyways, rich. Just pretend I'm talking, okay? She lays the paper on the counter. And I would like to open up an account with you. She's like fucking dying inside, but she's smiling all like fucking.
Starting to
Yep.
sweat through the dress already.
No, she's not sweating. She's not sweating. She's doing good. She's holding it together.
Yeah, this is the start. There's plenty of time to sweat later.
Mm-hmm.
Then the tiefling, she kind of cocks her head to the side and says, "Of course, Duchess Lumvi. She pulls the note kind of like across the counter to her. Not like some kind of, some boulder, but she just touches it with like 2 fingers. Like pulls it back daintily. She doesn't like crane her head, she kind of just looks down at it. I am sure that we can open an account for an esteemed guest such as yourself. What level of security would you prefer for your newfound wealth?"
What level is the thing on again? Is it the 3rd level?
The 3rd level.
Okay.
However, the 3rd level was not on the diagrams you were initially shown.
So we don't know the layout.
Yes.
That is okay. We're gonna risk it for the biscuit, baby. Since we can actually choose what level, Anwe's gonna take initiative and say, I would like the last level, please. I want the most security.
My apologies, Duchess Lumvi. For our deepest security is reserved for those who have a personal stake in our institution. Those lords and ladies who control worlds, you see. They are those who descend to the 3rd level. I'm sure that we can offer magnanimous security for you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think I asked.
Do you want to like so you're like sassily going like, okay.
Yeah, she's going to be a brat about this.
I can speak with my lady, if it would please you, Duchess Lumvi.
Manager. Go speak to the manager.
Okay, let me think real
Is
quick.
that what Keen says?
No.
Anway's going to straighten her back and say, if you don't come back with any good news for me, then she better come back and talk to me.
Anhui, as you're saying this, the metal door that's on the top right of the map that didn't have any labels or clear ways to open it, you see it slide open, and out steps a golem, almost like
no.
the one that you saw at
God damn
Lethagi's.
Why?
It's slicker though, clearly built with money in mind. It's a humanoid form with a bright silver diamond kind of pointing downwards on its torso, and you see it with its eyes are kind of featureless, like sockets, not an empty socket, but like, you know, statuesque, like mannequin. And it steps out, and you see it move towards the entrance of the bank. It turns left. James, it approaches you. Vagrant, please exit these facilities. You have 10 seconds to comply.
I'm outside.
These are the private grounds of the Asmodeus Banking Institution. You have
James is outside.
7 seconds to comply.
Oh, all right. Push.
He just walks across the street.
I just move away further outside, away from the premises.
You see the golem like look at you, and it seems to be measuring how far you are. And then the moment you cross like a threshold, which seems to be like, I'd say like 50 feet away, you see it kind of just turn around and go back inside. And it's the same. You reach the counter. Turns left. Or turns right. Turns left. Enters the metal door. Slides open. It steps back inside. Metal door slides shut. The tiefling woman you're dealing with, Anhui, she says, "My apologies for that demonstration. Consider it a preview of our security apparatus."
It's amusing.
Oh, I'm sure to some it is.
So what are you waiting for? Proceed.
One moment. And she pushes back, like languishly pushes away from her. I suppose she well, no, I take that back. She was not sitting, but you see her still kind of step away and languishly push away from the desk. Pirouetting.
Anway turns. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. If you want to like interrupt something for like a crazy action or whatever, feel free.
Anway turns to her number one and proclaims loudly, "Can you believe?" What do you call people, like work, or the workers, or
what would you degrade them with?
the help? Okay, yes. Can you believe the help around here actually waiting until a golem is done with its job before they carry on with theirs? Laughable.
They clearly do not understand your import, milady.
Clearly.
Yeah, so you're just like shout. You're not shouting, but you're just like, "How dare!" You know, like kind of loud, not quite yelling.
Yes,
Very caring.
she's just talking in a louder voice, kind of carries.
She knows how to Karen.
I know how to Karen.
She's been honing her craft for 3 weeks.
I've been honing this. Her pent up rage with not being able to bang Vizzo. She's channeling all of it into being a bitch right now.
All right, so you even before this tiefling, as she's approaching her, I don't want to call her a supervisor because that feels like kind of underselling the term. The owner, the one in charge. Even before she reaches that door, you see the door kind of click open, and she almost the tiefling you saw before almost slinks out. Like there's a step in her leg, kind of. It's like the kind of ballerina thing. She's graceful. She's now that you have a chance to look at her, like up close, like and more than through a crack in the door, you kind of see that Aldrich, her like the tiefling traits, like horns, kind of the harder jawline, the tail, they're far more defined than what you're accustomed to from tieflings. Like far more on the demonic side. Still clearly like what you assume is like tiefling, like that kind of drop of demon blood. But hers are more pronounced, like orange eyes, horns that are a little bit longer.
Of more direct descent, then.
Yes. Like you're
Can I
able to
infer that?
You're able to ascertain that just from looking at her, given your history. Like you don't need to make a check for that. She's in like kind of this long black dress. It kind of leaves her shoulders
Could you say
exposed.
that she's like me then? Because with
You're blue though. She's pink.
She's red,
She's red. Okay.
like dark red, like the red of like
yeah.
it's like blood red.
she like like my backstory, not like any of you guys know, because he hasn't divulged his personal life at all. Since Audric was directly born from dealings between his mother and not Asmodeus, Levistus. Would you say that Audric's natural features, are a little bit more pronounced as well?
Yes. Yeah, like she in terms of like the characteristics of the devil that like are visible, hers are like you've never seen a tiefling who has traits as close to yours.
Cool.
Like
cool.
she and you smell like the hells on her, like the like a Avernus. Like it's almost this ashen soot smell. Not from like she's dirty or anything, but it's like her connection to that is so close.
Alluring fragrance.
Tiefling pheromone.
Yeah, as she looks by like human standards to be about in her like early 40s. And she as she steps out, what would you call it, Pam? A chalim? Chalim?
A chalim.
She removes that from her mouth, and into a little tray at the side of her door. You see her kind of like. I'm trying to think of how you would flick it while like not deigning to look like a commoner, but she does that. However, she manages to flick out her. I don't want to. She's smoking what would be the medieval like favorites, like
she's
the D&D equivalent
tap
of
out the ash.
Yeah, she's tapping out the ash, and you just kind of look down. Like it's not like her movements are slow. It's like her movements are graceful, and she kind of approaches. She walks by the help who is coming to get her.
Audric, like for just a hair of a second, only the most perceptive eyes can probably detect this, but he, for that brief second, he visibly swoons over this woman.
Ennui and Keen, make a perception check.
Do it.
Come on, roll. What's a B?
24! Not 20. You see the colors in the sky.
Ennui, although I don't know. I would say is Aldrich? He's too like. Is he professional enough not to like audibly swoon?
He there's no audible. It's just more of like a kind of like a sway where he's like almost off balance, but he catches himself.
Ennui, you see Aldrich almost like, not with a gasp, but just like the feeling of, you can tell he just got really hot, and not in the tiefling way.
I'm just
Thanks
imagining.
to Mask of Many Faces, you can't see his blush, but it's there. His face is hot.
Just imagine Audric doing an ooh.
He has no, not the uwu.
Yeah. Keen,
Uh,
you think you notice something, but then when you look at Audric, he's just like he's reasserted himself. You know, he's professional. And so
deadpan face, bored expression.
yeah.
Perfect. She could feel the heat radiating off of him. Jesus Christ.
and she this tiefling kind of approaches. As she approaches you, Ennui, you see her eyes flicker over to Audric, like just long enough to be suspicious. Not that she is suspicious. Like her face betrays nothing.
Just the eyes.
Yes. I won't be able to do it justice, so I'll say that her voice is older, like more mature, more pronounced than the tiefling you were dealing with. The tiefling you were dealing with before was much younger.
Like what do you call it? Can we say it's
I want to say aging porn star voice, but that doesn't seem respectful.
Librarian.
I would say do it. No. Do it like you know those old time 1930s stage singers.
Yes.
Let's go with that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's a voice I won't personally be able to do, but that's the image I'm going for. But
Yes.
before I do that, though, Darth, James, you were recently vacated a solid 50 feet from the bank. Is there anything you'd like to do?
I don't want to remain too far, so I'll try to.
You could enter.
Yeah, I will. Casually walk back in.
Again.
And,
Okay, so you're like walking inside?
Yeah, I'll go inside and go to the seating area or waiting area or whatever, and sit down and pretend to do business.
As you walk inside, you feel this like flash of warmth as you walk inside, as it feels like you're pushing through a membrane. Not like not like there's effort, but like the feeling is very fleeting.
Okay.
So make an Arcana check for me.
I suck balls at it. Okay. Arcana is -1.
Hey,
Nice.
I've seen worse odds.
So I chucked in the dice. It showed a 13. I don't know. Does it show? Yeah, it does show in the thing.
Yeah,
right?
I can see the results of the dice rolls. I believe everyone else can too if they're on their character
Yep.
sheets.
Yes.
There's a little message thing at the top that
You-
by the campaign Waterdeep, you can click the little message and see all the rolls.
You're perceptive enough to just kind of.
Also,
What's up, X?
I was just gonna say, Pam, you probably can hear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Boom boom.
Oh.
Boom boom. Boom boom. It's like a more romanticized version of the Telltale Heart.
Oh no.
Ooh, that is a beautiful spin on that. Yeah, I like that a lot. Sorry.
Oh, you're
Proceed.
you're good. So
I'm just fawning over this tiefling woman.
James, you kind of vaguely recognize the feeling, and it kind of feels intrusive, but you're unable to identify what exactly is happening. You just recognize the warmth. But like as soon as it only seems to be by that doorway though. And as you step in, it kind of fades back to room temperature.
Oh, okay, I get you. So, I don't pay too much attention because my Arcana knowledge isn't fancy. So,
Okay.
and so I don't cause a scene. I just go to to any seating area that I see, and sit and pretend to do business and wait.
How recently and how much has James been drinking?
Well, he's not super smashed, but he is pretty drunk.
As you walk in, especially as you move towards the seating area, there's like this hush as the small talk that was going on kind of ceases. And whatever seat you chose, you see the people who were sitting around you just kind of move away, like move to other seats, or move to a standing position. And you hear mutterings of things like, "The nerve of that vagrant." But no one says it to you directly, it's all just like under the breath back talk.
Oh, right. Of course, I clearly understand that my new friends are undercover, so I pretend that I don't hear anything, or just,
You're like, "Shh! Don't worry, guys! I'm here!"
I'm gonna support you, but I won't let anyone know.
Audric becomes. Well,
Yeah,
he was like. His attention was focused on the tiefling woman, and now there's a visible scowl, and he is fighting. He just brings a hand to his forehead, just like why?
Oh, this guy's gonna kill us.
Anime turns to to Keen. Number 2, can you please dispatch of this
This peasant, this commoner.
what displeasing
Vermin.
This
Vermin.
reg. Ooh.
Yeah.
from my sights.
Alright, now everyone take a 15-minute break to play Vermintide 2.
Hey, Cigar, do you own Warhammer Vermintide 2? Sorry.
No.
Ladies and
Would you
gentlemen,
like to
got
own?
him.
Right.
Oh, I
So
Buy it.
Uh,
Become one of us. Oh, Kino, have you bought Warhammer Vermintide 2?
I have not.
yeah.
We
All
are
right.
50-50 here.
Do you know what I have bought though?
Rokenstone.
Rokenstone, lads. Oh, rock and roll it, stone. It's my
Lose a level.
No.
Okay.
lose half
DM,
your HP
proceed.
as well. Yeah, let's continue, I guess.
This.
Bless you.
That is adorable.
It's the VTuber sneeze.
My
Right?
no,
Fucking
please,
Pam can be a VTuber.
please stop. I don't
Dude,
wanna.
we can make so much money.
Bless you.
Are you going to be Pam's manager?
All
But
right.
yes, become a VTuber.
But yeah. So,
Join
dude,
me.
this tiefling woman, she steps out from behind the counter.
Wait, I was ordered to take the trash out, wasn't I?
Oh yes, you were.
Yes.
I was. So I'm gonna lightly bow, and then right away, my lady, and now turn around and go straight to James. Just
Think about
straight up to him.
Get him out of here.
No emotion in my face. I'm just like, I just gesture to the door, and I'm like, my lady has ordered me to remove you from the precinct. If you do not comply, I shall need to use force.
I'm the
All
trash.
the while, Anway's just not even watching. She's just looking at the lady.
Yep.
Okay.
And I look at James right in the eyes as that. I'm like,
What? I'm the trash.
Anway's crying on the inside.
you are required to leave at this moment.
Nani? My character goes. He's a little confused. I mean, I'm just sitting there doing nothing. This guy asked me to leave. I go. And then I go quiet. So I
Okay.
Oh,
And,
hold on. It cut out for me. I couldn't make that out.
He chose to cooperate.
He
cooperated.
laughed, waited awkwardly for like a moment, then gets up and gets out.
Yeah, I'll kind of hold his shoulder, like, and just make sure he gets out. And as soon as he's out, I'm gonna return to my lady.
All right, I wait outside again. What?
That's good. Can I?
Can you what?
While we're leaving, can I just whisper, like, very quietly, just Gomen aside?
Yeah.
I do that. I think I would do that.
My character hears him say that, and then I tell him, don't worry about it. I know you guys do. Damn, I lost the accent.
How loud do you say that?
Don't worry, you guys. You guys are doing very important stuff.
And as
I want to help
he's
you, but
as he's out of the door, I just kind of push him out and go back in.
I use acrobatics to, be graceful about it.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't say it was gonna. I wasn't gonna say it was like a particularly strong push, but if you wanna turn it into, something great, then
Yeah, I'll show off my little bit of my martial artsy move.
So I imagine you kind of get pushed, and for a moment you're like off balance, but then you just kind of weave in and out of balance, just like drunken master ways. By the way, and you do a flip that nobody understands how you can do it, but somehow you do it and you land upright. That's what I imagine.
Right, so yeah, I go back outside and sit on a curb like a sad sack.
Like the trash. But yeah, I return to Duchess Heidi.
Excellent.
And the tiefling woman kind of she says I apologize for that. We've had a slew of trash in here as of late. The city seems to draw it, if you understand.
I do.
Now, and she kind of looks disapprovingly at the tiefling teller who was with you before, and the teller, like, she's like kind of seems to retreat in herself, like she seems to shrink to the side of like, I don't know what I don't know what the gaze would be, but it's disapproving. It's a glare.
Yes.
What is it I can assist you with? I'm Svenra, the head of this establishment. They've come from a long line. The founders, if you will, of this, of Asmodeus.
I understand that your security, your most deepest security, is held for the most highest regarded. But I suppose you know who my now deceased uncle, Jacques Monvet. I am his niece. I mean, she just said he was her uncle, but
Dude, as you say his name, like Jacques Monvet, you see her like nod and go, "Of course." Although it doesn't actually seem she knows who he is, but it's like the obligatory. Of course, I know who he is.
Mhm.
Imagine not knowing who Jacques Monvet is.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Anwei just kind of. So, as you can imagine, I would like my riches to be very, very well guarded, as it's the only thing I have left of my dear uncle, after all.
Hmm. Of course, of course. And she kind of like circles around you. And as she passes by you, Aldrich, you feel her hand on your shoulder. And it kind of trails down your bicep for a second. Not like going down your bicep, but like the side.
Does Anwei catch this?
Yes, it's not like she's trying to hide it.
Okay, she doesn't care.
Audric is now becoming very aware of what she's trying to do.
Disguise self isn't a concentration spell, is it?
It is not.
Okay.
But I know exactly what she's trying to do now.
What's that?
It's not good. It's not good at all.
I think it's called something like seduction.
Audric visibly gulps.
Actually, I think I will do something. Do you enjoy touching my assistant? Or, not assistant. What is he? My guard? My guard.
One of your bodyguards, yeah. I am a connoisseur of many fine things, Duchess Monvet. And when I see a fine thing, I take it. Although
Wow.
she's not lingering by Audric. Like she kind of circles back around and she's in front of you.
Mm-hmm. Anwei is just
before
going
play.
to... Right. Anwei is just going to say very firmly, I understand attraction. I know my bodyguard is very attractive. But I expect you to be professional and deal with me right now. Do you
Audric
understand?
coughs.
Of course, I am at your lady's humble service. And she does like a mock
Right.
bow.
Now I expect you to keep your tail between your pretty little legs.
I can
And make
hear
my
just
account.
the sarcasm in the tiefling's voice now.
I know.
You just turned a pleasant meeting into just one of acid and other vileness. It's just
Vileness.
Audric is suddenly in like he's like in that position where like you're back in like high school or middle school and your mom is like this very heated woman and she's going up against a teacher in the teacher meeting and they both don't like each other and they make it quite clear
They don't like each other, but they have
teacher
to.
likes you but she doesn't approve of the parents raising and the parent doesn't like being questioned. It's kind of like that whole ordeal type thing.
Yeah.
And Audric is just sitting in the middle, just embarrassed.
Twiddling his thumbs a little.
No, he's just standing there deadpan, but
He's a raging boner.
Yeah.
no.
So Anwei just tells both of them to fucking tuck their tails between their fucking legs.
Though he is a half elf
I'm-
right now.
Yeah, at the moment, he's using
Yes.
disguise self to appear as a half elf.
Very
Oh,
dark-skinned,
yeah.
amber-eyed half elf.
That sound hot.
That's right.
Sorry, I say it how I see it.
No, you're good. I forgot that he was a half elf. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so what was the most recent dialogue from Anwei? I kind of lost track.
She told the lady to tuck it between her legs. Pretty much, essentially. Tuck her tail between her legs and make her account.
Yeah, be professional.
Be professional.
For now. Now, what is it that my help has failed to provide for you? I am at your service, Duchess Heidi.
I can still hear the venom.
I've already explained that I want an account on the very lowest level.
Oh,
Or did you not hear me?
I believe that everyone heard you a moment ago.
Excellent. Then why'd you
Okay.
forget so easily?
Audric is going to shrink away. He's not moving at all, but he's trying to minimize his presence altogether.
Honestly, I like this. This is kind of
I
exactly
kind of
what
like flicks her hand towards Audric. Number 1, please. You're being visibly loud.
visibly loud. That's a nice way to put it.
She's very high maintenance. You know, she's very rich. She's used to being treated in the highest regard, getting everything she wants. She's playing it that way.
And I think she's
No
being
one
great
tells
at
her
it.
no.
She's never had this before.
She's rich as fuck, motherfucker.
She's gonna twist that arm until it goddamn breaks. That's what she's gonna do.
Okay, so
All right, yeah.
It's like, ooh, shiny red button. Let's press it.
Yeah, so she's like just degrading this woman, you know, just to show her place.
Audric is just gonna stand there and tolerate what's happening.
So as she said,
Because his life is at risk here, one way or the other. And he can't talk because it's not in the journey.
Anwei,
Internal screaming ensues.
Anwei, since you're like right there and you're contending with this, make a perception check for me.
Me? Okay. Oh.
Yes.
Okay, perception.
I'm just gonna make this clear that Audric or that Anwei can feel the wind being generated from his tail. It's going back and forth.
What did I name her? As Venera looks at you, and her eyes it's one of like a kind of it's not a pure blood thing because tieflings by nature aren't really pure blood, but it's a purer blood thing with tieflings with like more orange eyes, like almost cat eyes. You as you look at her eyes, you kind of see her cheek tighten for just a second. Just a second as she looks at you. Of course, and she says, and she seems to relax for a moment. If it would please you, I can personally give you a tour of the different security that we have at our disposal. Perhaps I can impress upon you the importance of maintaining a private level for our most affluent customers.
And I assure you I'm not all that bad. If I like what I see, I'll be sure to humble donation to the bank. She looks around, kind of makes a little disgusted look on her face. And she says in a kind of snobby way, very much looks like you need one.
I'm starting to hear the bone break on that arm.
What? What arm? What?
The figurative arm. You're twisting that arm.
Oh!
I'm starting to hear the bones break.
I like this. Like honestly, Kane trusts Henry, so he's just in with it. No reaction.
Then follow me. And she looks directly at you while you're saying, well, or not directly at you, directly at Audric while she's saying this. Your help may come along, assuming they can stay in their positions.
Of course.
They're
good boys, after all.
Audric will take this moment to bow.
She steps around the counter, moving towards the large metal door with the lock mechanism that's at the back of the room. If you would follow me. Do you follow?
Yes, I'm gonna follow.
Hmm.
We
No.
are gonna follow her.
She, you see her kind of bring her thumb to her mouth and just, like, bite a little bit. She's with a small droplet of blood on her thumb. You see her reach out and kind of gently smear it on the door. There's a hum, and you hear the.
I was going to say that was very hot, and I realized it was a mechanic type thing.
As the gears like twist and slide open, and the door clunks into an open position through which
Door
you can see
opening no jutsu.
yeah, through which you can see stairs like splitting off left and right. Come, Lady Heidi. And she steps through, like kind of taking each step in her heels that just kind of like push her push her calves way up.
Ooh.
Aldrich, she makes a point of staying visible to you.
On my
Andre-
entrance.
Andre-
What? Go ahead.
He just gulps again and follows suit.
Gulp! Just cartoon level
Yeah.
gulp.
So Darth, I
Yeah.
don't want to leave you out of this too much. Would you like to be reintroduced?
Again?
I will not. What would you like to kind of have your be segued in here? Because I don't want to have you just sitting out front. You know, man, there's an exciting bank robbery going on behind me.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I think it would be better because if shit hits the fan, I can, get into action.
Okay. So, if you guys would be okay with like a light retcon for this, just to kind of bring Darth in, like it wouldn't
Yeah.
affect the scenario.
How?
Darth, you, well, not Darth, but James, you using the last vestiges of your father's like authority because, your father was important, right?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
You are either would you say that it would be more in character for you to be currently closing a safe deposit box here or opening one? Like on this first floor, this first level.
I suppose. No, actually, closing because my family must have had some wealth in the bank already.
So you, as you guys are kind of being escorted into the back, you see for the you. I don't know how we'll handle that retcon, but it's kind of you're seeing James again now. Like he was ahead of you, and he must have had like a box or something in this bank or in Asmodeus, and you see him kind of pulling items out of its this blood red metal box. Its front kind of open like a safe. Although there's no visible mechanism to open it on the front, it does kind of have a similar build to the door that initially led into this back area. James, you clear out about 2,500 gold pieces from this case.
Oh, wow. Okay, gotcha. 2,500.
And for the moment, that's all that's inside. These boxes aren't necessarily very big. You know that they're not.
Yeah.
They're intended more for specific valuables and not tremendous amounts of money. So physically, fitting 2,500 gold in is a fair amount. And
Fine.
as you close it, and you see the door seal shut, there's a glow, and in some part of you, you feel like your connection to this box has been severed, like it's not yours anymore.
Yeah.
And you see Svenra step down these stairs with Ennui, the lady Heidi in this case, and her Aldrich and Keen kind of acting as bodyguards in the back.
Number 1 and number 2.
Our first level of security. To those who To those who seek only a small amount of a small place with which to secure their most important worldly goods with us. Our boxes are insured for up to 300,000 platinum and include blood security, ensuring that those who are unauthorized cannot open each box by force. And she kind of makes a show, like she not spins, but like opens her arms to them. It's an ingenious mechanism, really. A gift of.
Anwe yawns visibly.
Am I boring you, Duchess Monvey?
I do not care for levels I'm not going to be on. You're wasting my time.
Then let us proceed further to our second level, if it would please you.
Yes.
Then after you, and she gestures to the stairs that head downwards, like between I guess going off the picture, how it's two sets of stairs leading to this first initial lower level of the security boxes, like the public vault, and then stairs going further. So in this case, like the image you have is bigger now, so I'll just go ahead and expand it. Oh, come on, Discord, don't mess with me right now. We're doing cool stuff. Tabletop, yeah. It is one that was posted here before, but just to put it here so it's easily accessible. As you step down, the light kind of grows darker and more ambient, like glowing blue lights. There are crystals on the first thing you see are crystals on the side of the walls that seem to be illuminating everything. Just well enough to see clearly, but nothing oppressive, nothing like too bright. To your left and right, the same sorts of slots that held the golem that was on the first floor. Like featureless metal doors that don't seem like they can be opened from the outside. Ahead of you, you see these larger pillars. They seem almost built into the bank itself. They look more mechanical. Gears. They're armored up by stone. The vaults look almost like they're made from granite. Our second level, our most directly guarded of those two that are usually publicly available. And you see two of the doors slide open, and Svenra points to the golems that step out. Our increased security. And these golems are larger than what you're accustomed to. While the ones that you've seen, and the one that Holafagi used was human-sized and humanoid, these are almost bulbous, standing at about 8.5 feet tall. Their shoulders are huge, I would say probably about 5 feet, 5 feet across. Their torso's massive. Their legs almost laughably tiny by comparison. They don't have heads so much as they just have eyes that swivel on a mechanism. And on their front, a large crystal that kind of starts wide at the top and points downwards. You see it momentarily flash blue on both. Our security.
Go ahead.
No, you're okay. Feel free to cut me off.
You go ahead.
No, what does Anwe want to say?
God damn it. Okay. Anwe just takes a couple steps forward and, no expression on her face, but she's looking up at the statues. And then she just says, in kind of like a dry voice, these are nice. These are a little bit better. But I've seen bigger. And she turns back at the woman and says, I wonder if the third level will impress me.
I assure
She has the most bored look on her face.
I assure you that our security and our mechanisms are the most advanced in the city.
We'll see.
Very well. And as you kind of move further into the room, Svenra stops and she turns. And she snaps her fingers. Pam, snap your fingers, please. And the floor rumbles. And then you feel it start to descend. Our deepest level of security. And the lights, there's a moment where everything is dark, and then pop, pop. Lights flicker on as you descend. Pop, 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 pop. Further down into the shaft. And I don't have a picture for this one, unfortunately. I wasn't able to find anything adequate. But you when it you can feel it going lower and lower. Maybe lower in the city than you've ever been. You feel it come to a stop. Our third level. And she steps out, and the floor seems to illuminate, and lights appear in front of you, flicking on. You will have to forgive our our failing today. You have captured us at a most inopportune moment. For normally... Oh, no, actually, I almost forgot. I almost forgot about you, Darth. I apologize. We can rewind for a moment. I got into it. I apologize for that.
I don't want to leave you out for too long. Proceeds to forget about Darth.
Dang it!
Was a drunk? Well, it's fine. It's fine.
Darth, you see from where you are and kind of going like, oh man, what are they doing in here? You look down into the second level and you see Svenra snap her fingers, and the rest of the party kind of lower into the floor.
Right.
Would you like to do anything?
Well, I'll if it's possible, I can sneak and follow them carefully, and
Okay.
I can roll my stealth for that.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and make a stealth check for me. If you're trying to sneak down there, make a stealth check for me.
Yeah, will do, because I don't think I'm allowed to follow them because they didn't declare me as their number 3 guard. Here goes. I'm proficient. Yes.
Oh, dude.
The bank seems to forget you're there, despite the impressive security mechanisms. Then knowing that there's stuff on the other side of these doors, nothing activates. Your steps are pure silence.
Nice.
Fucking invisible he is.
Hell
fucking
yeah, dude.
Just fucking...
I stealth my way into a completely different plane. I have a teeny tiny victory dancing.
Yeah.
He's in the 2D plane, guys.
You sneak in quickly and quietly enough that you're able to catch just as the floor starts to kind of close itself. Make an insight check for me.
Let me do that.
With advantage, because you've kind of seen it. You've seen it in the works.
Shite.
You saw Svenra snap her fingers, but and then that seemed to affect it, but you're not really clear how.
Yeah, fair enough. Damn, that was an unlucky roll. Okay, so of course, I subtly follow them and eventually make it to the 3rd level. And of course,
how would you like to follow them?
I mean, if it's like a staircase that goes down into the 3rd level, I keep my distance and try to quietly,
Well, it seems to be some mechanism. Out of character, it seems to be an elevator. But elevators aren't common parlance within like the Forgotten Realms.
Damn. So it's not possible to walk in. They will see me.
I mean,
So it's
It's-
the elevator that she activated with the
Yeah, the snap. So it's hidden in the floor.
like with your stealth, you were able to get close enough that you saw where they stood when it lowered.
Okay. Well, I don't suppose I can, snap my finger and activate it, so. Honestly, I'm not sure what to do.
Alright.
Bless you.
Just do it, you motherfucker.
yeah.
What?
So. Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello?
Hi.
Okay, sorry, I got a little lost now. Okay, so we know where I know where the platform is with the elevator and stuff.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know. I tried to snap my finger.
As you snap your fingers, you feel the floor kind of rock for a second, and then you're lowered slowly into the floor. You see this.
Oh yeah.
You said you have the same things go off that went off for the rest of the party. It goes dark for a second as you kind of fade, as you kind of shift away from active light, and then lights like dim lights kick on as you descend further.
Cool. So I guess I'll meet up with them eventually and try to stay hidden.
Yeah, try to kind of follow us out of sight.
So the rest of you, Ennui, Aldrich, Keen, you step out onto this floor that, unlike the rest of what you've seen, is cave-like. Like it's cavernous, huge, and you almost feel magic radiating from it. There's a kind of energy here. Aldrich, it feels most familiar to you. You can't make an Arcana check for me, or a Perception.
I don't think it matters for either one.
Okay.
Let's do perception, I guess. 13. They're both -1.
Aldrich, it smells like the hells. Like the realm of devils and like the realm of devils. It's dark. The cave itself seems mostly in its natural state. But you see long rows of safes kind of rise up from the ground. They're large enough that you could stand in them. You could probably fit at least 5 people in one.
Aldrich is going to take a deep breath. Smile.
Wait, is that like aroused or like scared?
Aroused.
Oh man, what the fuck are you into?
He's not like aroused in the sense of like sexuality. It's more like for the first time in a long time he feels at home.
Ah.
Okay.
Nice. Character development.
Yeah. All right.
Your DM.
So yeah, what I say again?
You didn't expect that, did you, DM?
I wasn't expecting all the arousal I was getting today.
I mean, I am the curveball, so.
Yeah. All right.
Yes.
So these safes rise out of the ground. It almost feels like there's smoke or steam or ash coming with them. This is where the Lords of Waterdeep keep their secrets. We charge a a handsome fee for this sort of protection. Although, as she says protection, you notice it notably don't see any of the the golems or anything around. Like none of the automated protection from before.
This protection better be adequate? Looks like a dirty cave to me.
I assure you, Duchess. What was your last name again? I hear you clicking over to look for it, Pam.
Heidi Lumby.
Ah, Miss Duchess Lumvi. I assure you that we have only the most secure protection. If it were currently engaged, I feel like that one of you would feel a little more naked right now.
Wait, could you repeat that?
If it were engaged at the moment, I have a feeling that one of you, and she looks at you, Audric, would be a little more naked right now.
Please.
Audric
In your
visibly gulps again.
Good times for all.
Good times. Good times. Good.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, he's just going to just stand there. Just, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Be the good bodyguard that he's been training 3 weeks and getting bruised over for.
I assure you, though, we have other layers. And you hear... and something seems to walk out of the earth behind Svenra. What? Svenra. I don't know why, but I thought I said her name wrong then. It radiates darkness. Like even with lights, it seems like light seems to avoid it. Looking directly at it is hard. Fenris. And she turns to look at the beast that's walking up. And the darkness kind of ripples and peels away. It's a large beast of some sort. A dog with 3 heads. It stands almost 20 feet tall. Its eyes red and glowing. Smoke radiates from its mouths. With each step it takes, you see bits of fire that light up and just pass immediately. It growls. Its head's kind of wide. Its heads are all wide-eyed, and you see a collar around each of its necks. Pray, it says, a word that should be impossible with its lack of real cheeks. Pray to your gods for mercy. Now, Fenris, and she snaps her finger again. Pam, snap your finger. And you see the collar just... and it seems for a moment, it's as if it weighs nothing. And then as she snaps her fingers, the beast drops to the ground. Its head's brought down by the weight of the collar. And you see its paws kind of dig into the earth. Like they're so massive and so strong that you see chunks of rock kind of split away as it tries to push itself back up. Behave. She turns back to the 3 of you. You'll have to forgive Fenris. He is kept hungry to motivate him. Now, Ennui, make a nature check. The rest of you, make an arcana check.
8.
Okay.
Ennui, you have heard tales of a beast like this, but you don't know you don't know what it is. It's like you've heard like fairy tales, rumors, like nothing really concrete.
Oh my god.
I don't know Earth from the sky.
Keen?
From
One
water from
minus
fire.
one.
Wait. Oh, I just noticed that. I was like, oh man, Aldrich rolled well while I'm looking at Keen's roll. Keen, in front of you is a Cerberus. Now you've heard of them before, but this one is larger than any you've seen, and you've only seen one. And it appeared to be a fully grown Cerberus standing at 10 feet tall. This one is 20 feet tall. Like when it's
Holy
standing, like
shit.
I mean, like paws up, head up. It's
Yeah.
huge, and it appears to be unnaturally modified. They
Do
don't.
I know anything in general about this creature? Cause like,
You know them more as beasts of myth. The Cerberus, a Cerberus was said once to guard the gates of Avernus, but you've only ever seen one before, and it was a magical construct, like from the one before you saw, like it was a Cerberus, but wasn't like real. It was just a being of magic, and the one in front of you appears to be flesh and blood, or at least
holy
flesh.
shit. Okay.
Free me so I can kill you, whore. And it's still trying to push its way up. Not today, I think. And she snaps her fingers again. And the beast the beast rises, and you see it kind of go wide-eyed, and it pounces at Svenra. She snaps a third time. The collars bring it smashing down, and its head like one of its beds bounces hard off the stone floor. I'll kill you. As you can see, this level is well protected.
Very, very adequate. This pet, he's cute.
However, what you do notice is that while this is the third level, you don't see anything specifically that seems to hold the Wand of Wishing here. But there was like the inky darkness that the Cerberus seemed to walk out of.
Okay, Ari's gonna make a note of that. Inky darkness.
Yeah, darkness like touches your legs and gets uncomfortable at bars.
Ooh.
And
How much longer until the alarm sister security is down, I guess?
Okay. All the cards on the table, I kind of forgot about it.
It was a what? A 90-second window?
So your 90-second window began when you entered the third floor.
Oh shit.
So, but the lady's still with us.
She is.
But the Cerberus wants to kill her.
He does.
But he might also want to kill us.
Oh, hold on.
Meow.
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 That was a very human meow.
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 All right, so now that Pam's gone, let's talk about how shitty Ennui is. Ennui sucks, right?
Ennui's a noob.
Yeah, fuck Ennui.
She's such a
Roderick is
nerd,
conflicted.
dude.
You pretend
Roderick is very conflicted right now.
all that.
And then when Pam gets back, when Pam gets back, I'll get back to you, Darth. We'll get back to James. Don't worry.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. Let's go.
No, we're gonna involve you, motherfucker. You're gonna play and you're gonna be happy about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bring
fuck
it
you.
on.
You're gonna fight a fucking Cerberus today.
Yeah, fuck you. Now roll.
Roll initiative.
Yeah, the dog, the Cerberus kind of reminds me of Fluffy from Harry Potter.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I remember. Oh yeah,
It's-
the Philosopher's Stone one, right?
Yeah, the first movie.
Hmm.
I remember that.
Cool.
So how are you guys
Cool.
doing tonight?
Man, I'm excited.
Yeah, I hope it's living up to your expectations so far.
Dude, it has surpassed it.
Yeah.
Like, already, this big doggo wanting to kill this this sexy half demon.
Whoa, sexy.
I'm into this. I mean, sexy for Audric at least.
Oh. Like, I'm not into her, but if I were.
Yeah, I mean, if I were. Yeah, I like this. I'm into this. Not sure when we're gonna have to call it for today.
I was wondering about that. Like, how long did we usually play for you? Like, I think...
Usually at to around 2 or 2:30 a.m. for me.
Okay, what time zone are you in?
Time zone. Oh Jesus. Right now it's 1:50
Okay.
because probably don't have a spell to like rewrite that shit, and the only one who would know how to write that would be Audric.
Yes.
That is true, although there are many solutions. Audric, for the moment, Svenra, she's intent on confronting whoever just rode the elevator down. You, for the moment, go unnoticed through this inky darkness.
All of us are going?
Do all of you go?
I mean, if he is going, what do you think, Anoi?
Mm-hmm.
Should we make a break for it as well?
Yes. What is the Cerberus doing?
The Cerberus is pinned to the ground.
Yeah, he can do a thing.
Hell yeah.
So okay, let's both follow him then.
Alright, let's go.
My character tries to, as soon as the elevator stops at the destination, I try to attempt to hide again, so the Svenra doesn't see me right away.
How
Man, you're
would
our
like to try and
distraction,
hide?
dude.
And if there is any cover nearby, I try
Wasn't
to
there like those big vaults that she lifted out of the ground?
Yes.
Yeah, so there's those.
So you want to try and
So-
slip out of the elevator as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a stealth check for me.
Oh boy! All right, let's go.
Holy hell, my man!
Oh,
Oh,
so
Not at all.
in spite of how quickly she's like, "Who was that?" You move quicker than shadow behind one of the vaults, just in time. Like you move just in time. Throw yourself against the back of it as she goes to the elevator. She looks around. She touches one of the walls as if looking for some kind of residue. And then she turns around. And in the moment she turns around, she sees that the three of you have gone, vanished through the vanished into the darkness.
Here we go, lads. Go.
All right. So,
We're gonna fucking die.
so for those of you who slipped in, you see there's a pause, and it's the same sort of feeling you got when you entered the bank itself. You know, that feeling of warmth. This time it kind of lingers. The membrane feels thicker. It takes you a moment to walk through the darkness, and it almost feels like it's thick enough that it almost feels like water. And as you step through, you see it sitting some 50 feet from you on a pillar in the middle of the room. This artifact, this wand, it seems to illuminate the world around it. It crackles with magical power. As raw and unrefined as it is, it looks as if it's been cut from stone crudely from centuries past. Other than that, the room is empty. It sits atop a pillar, although it seems to hover, never quite touching the ground upon which it's resting. The wand is in front of you.
Okay, so is this the time where you change clothes?
Yes, on my strips. Where's my clothes?
Whoa.
Let's very quickly turn around now.
She fucking trips over, taking off her heels. My clothes!
Stupid.
The bag. Give me the bag.
Equip my adamantine chain shirt.
Everyone just got to like naked really quick.
Yeah. I mean, I practiced not looking before, so I'm pretty adamant that I can do it again. So we shall all stay back to each other, not look at each other, just change.
Hex.
The key is to make eye contact so you don't see any private.
If you're looking each other in the eyes, then no one can see a dick.
Right.
And don't
Audric
blink.
is just going to unfasten everything and just kind of get his clothes on, his armor and clothes on,
Is he
his
like-
preferred clothes.
Is he like, fuck you, I'm the guy who doesn't care about seeing dicks? Like, I'm gonna look right at your dick while you change.
I
He sound-
mean,
Sounds like something Audric would do.
you're not wrong. Audric has a certain flair to either make things either as sensual or as awkward as possible. So, but in this time, he's straight business. He is tearing his clothes off and then putting on his half plate armor, and that's kind of like but before he puts on the armor, he's like putting on some like loose fitting. What do you call it?
Boxers?
No, it's
Like an undershirt kind of thing?
yes.
Lin-
Something kind of flowy, which is something that he actually would prefer to wear, but wouldn't get torn up underneath plate armor. So it's kind of like, I guess you could say it's cotton based or something a little bit more durable than that.
Maybe like a very light
Then he,
gambesson.
huh?
Very light gambesson.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
Gambesson.
Yeah.
And then he's going to put on his half plate, and he's going to draw out his sword and shield. And he's going to walk over to the wand.
We're in business now.
Are you reaching out to grab it?
No, he's going to draw his sword and whack at it.
Okay.
Because
Oh,
they're
yeah, 'cause we
there
have
to
to break it.
destroy it.
Well, you don't
Yeah.
have to. That was one of the options.
But we agreed to destroy it.
For the guy, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we kind of
just go ahead and make an attack roll for me. Not like it's not a hard DC, but just to be sure.
Okay. Let's see.
Like, yeah.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. I'm going to use my Paladin's Oath to give that a plus 10, 24.
Okay. So you hit, and there's this moment of as your sword kind of comes in contact with the handle of the wand, where the world seems to slow down, and you can almost see the magic kind of resist you. But as you reach out, I don't know if Audric has like any particular god he's aligned with for his paladin oath, or if he's just like he's taken an oath.
It's an Oath of Conquest.
Okay, I would. So I'm kind of loose on how the rules kind of interpret, because I know you can be a paladin without specifically taking an oath to a specific god.
Basically, in terms of, I guess, for like paladins, it's less about a specific god gaining you power like a cleric would. While that is certainly an avenue for like your backstory and everything, it can also be just sheer willpower, basically.
Yeah.
Your own tenants give you power, bestow you power.
And as you come down with your sword, as at the moment when it feels as if the wand's natural magical aura is going to push your blade away, you almost feel a divine hand reach out on your shoulder and push the blade a little further. And then, as the wand explodes into shards, and you feel the darkness around it kind of start to destabilize. The darkness, previously solid and watery, seems to bubble and boil around you. And you feel it getting hotter.
Is there any remnants of the wand that remain?
Yes, there are shards large enough that they could act as proof of its existence.
I'll
Let
pick
us
up one of the largest shards that he can find in that moment.
Okay.
Can I pick another one?
Yes.
Make sure, yeah.
And it's going to tussle on out.
Can we? So you said the darkness was kind of fading or failing.
It's fading and boiling.
Do we notice anything else happening around? Like, is this like a room we could notice anything in?
The area you're in with the wand seems self-contained, like it's its own little world in which the wand exists.
Oh, okay. We should get
so
out
we're
of here.
trying to leave. All right.
Yeah, it's time to fuck off.
And as you like push your way back out of the darkness, it's harder than before. Whereas before it felt like water, now it feels like mud. Each step feels like it takes effort. You can almost feel like this void wants to pull you in with it. Like it's collapsing. And
Can I cast Summon Beast and maybe I can get a big bear?
Well, you are making your way out. It's just
we are?
difficult.
Okay.
Yes.
It's just difficult.
Yeah.
It's just hard.
It's just like it's like walking through mud. Like you're doing it, but it's hard. And as you push your way out of this darkness, you hear a snap. Pam, snap your fingers, please. All right, hey. My dramatic tension.
Huh.
And as you finally push away out of the darkness, it pops behind you, and this little pocket in which the wand seemed to exist disappears, and you see the rest of the natural cave behind you, exiting out into what looks like the lake beside which Waterdeep rests. And in front of you, you see the Cerberus facing you. Like fire dripping from its jaws.
I assume that my beloved is MIA.
No, she's here, but she's behind the Cerberus, and she looks between angry and disappointed. And the Cerberus, it kind of repeats to you what it said to her, which was, "Pray to your gods before I kill you."
Audric is going to stand between the party and the Cerberus, and he's going to grin. Mask of Many Faces drops, and he's in his full tiefling glory, and he's going to say, "I need no god.
Okay.
I just need..."
This is a full-on anime scene right here.
He just like Jojo walks right up to the Cerberus, just like,
So Kino, I know that you said you probably have to go soon, and I don't want to start something that's long like this, potentially.
Yeah, it's like...
Are you guys okay with leaving it at this JoJo scene?
Hold on,
it's about 2.5 a.m. for me.
Hold on.
I refuse to be done.
Wow.
No, it's just now getting good. I'm sorry. Kino, you gotta stay up.
I'm sorry.
No. I don't forgive you.
I gotta go to sleep or I'm gonna die.
Fine.
It's like I really want to do it, but I also don't want to keep Kino up later than he's comfortable.
Yeah. Damn it. Okay, fine. Next week.
But hey, the
Hold
fact
on.
that you're like, we're gonna do this, fuck you, Kino, that tells me that good stuff.
No, dude. I also really want to do this. This is like, man, this is like the ending to the second to last episode of a really good TV show.
Yes.
And you know it's like the ending's gonna be fucking awesome, but they leave you on a cliffhanger.
Yes.
Exactly.
Why'd it
what
log me
feels
out of
like.
voice mod?
And then it cuts
God
to
damn it.
and then it's the end up and the last episode and it's a clip show.
Hold on.
Man.
Hold on.
What?
Huh?
Huh?
Fucking
What the
logged
heck's-
me out of voice mod. I'm trying to
And
do something here.
Oh no.
You're trying to make it
I know,
cool.
there we
for-
go.
but I would say to James, you remain undetected thanks to your stealth roll by both the Cerberus itself and from Zenra. Is that Svenra?
You gonna do a sneak
Yeah.
attack?
Yeah.
I was planning no, not a sneak attack because I don't have it. I'm not a rogue. But
He's a monk. It's the next
I-
best thing.
I was gonna sneak by Svenra and stunning strike her maybe.
I'm
So she-
wondering what the hell I could do.
Are you going to be able to make it next weekend?
That's the thing. Unfortunately, probably not because
Damn
I'll be
it.
back at work.
No.
Oh no!
No.
I know it sucks, man.
What's
It's
going on?
okay.
I'm sorry.
His character won't be able to make it next week. Or, well, he won't be
Oh.
able to make it next week.
Because at work.
You only
okay.
had your
He
foot a
did
day.
his job. He did his job. He got
Yeah,
us
well-
in.
You know what? He's really drunk. He just passes out at this point. We'll find his body on the way back out and just carry.
You'll find him like in the middle of like sneaking up behind the tiefling. He's like he passes out on the ground, but he's still in like the sneak pose.
I was trying to find the bathroom. I got roasted.
Yeah. Well, hey, thanks for joining us, Darth. I'm sorry it wasn't like more action packedy.
Wait, sorry, you cut off. What?
Well, thanks a lot for joining us. I'm sorry it wasn't more action packed.
That's fine. Actually, it was pretty fun. I got to role play finally my my character
Yeah.
wanting to do that.
Dude, I just wanna say, I love your character to bits, man. Love this man.
What? You like him but not me when I'm drunk?
He got jealous.
Bless you.
Fucking Pam's allergic to bullshit, I see.
Hey. Whoa.
What?
But yes, apparently fucking James over here is more like than Audric, even though he's just as much of a drunk as fucking Audric is.
Hey, maybe he's a happier drunk.
He's like a cute
Audric is a fucking happy drunk every time. Every drink he takes into himself makes his smile even brighter and even broader. Brighter and broader.
I'm the alpha drunk.
Fuck you. We are no longer friends.
Oh man,
We are now nemesis.
I'm the top drunk. Fuck you.
Agree.
fight to me.
To me. Man, I love
Yeah.
to do his fucking laugh, man.
That was
I
really
love
good,
it when
man.
you do that. And also for like Kane, I think Kane would probably really like him as well, just because of the like separate culture, like
Yeah.
the language and That's like a big part of his character. He loves learning about stuff like that. Yeah, they work well together.
Yeah,
But yeah, man, this was a ton of fun, guys.
Yeah, it was. Man.
Maybe next time we'll have a Tailspire map on it.
maybe I think it's doable. I just need time to put it together. I
Man, I gotta say, if we all buy it and end up using, I'm gonna say it right now. I would love to help you out with making maps and stuff.
well, I appreciate it.
Love this shit. I like it. Love it so much.
The one I'm really looking forward to using when it comes out whenever is Dungeon Alchemist.
Yeah, that one sounds cool as well.
Yeah, but yeah. Oh hey, I'm glad everyone had fun. I'm sorry it leaves off as such a cliffhanger. But
Honestly, sometimes
Next
hangers are good.
No, like this has been a lot of fun. I feel like I've been such a bitch tonight. And I've been like hitting this chick with zingers and just fucking putting down her bank. Like, ugh, this isn't
That was
good enough for me.
Honestly, I kind of feel if you were nicer, maybe we wouldn't have gotten to the 3rd level so easy.
I feel like that too. Like, did I do good about that?
I think you did well. I think everyone did well.
You played the part really well.
I loved Aldrich just like knee Kane in the chest immediately.
Yeah, twice. Yeah, I got a lot of bruises.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, yeah, probably.
I
was-
just like hit him back.
Let's just put it into perspective here. He has the gauntlets of ogre strength on. So he has 19 strength, which is just shy of superhuman.
Damn.
Yeah. So these were not easy punches to just, kind of shrug off.
I am.
I did pull back.
Yeah,
I'm
why you
very-
remember?
I'm very thankful I did not lose HP to that.
We could.
Yeah.
Oh no.
If Bowsette wanted to roll for attacks and whatnot,
Oh,
I
I
would have
mean,
been very interested.
I mean,
I'm
we
glad
might.
we got
There'll probably be attacks later.
Oh, there will be. I really like how this session ended.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm
Yeah.
glad you guys dug it.
Also,
Oh, yeah.
I'm
I like how we all just ran in there.
I
She
wasn't.
just turns around and gets
I was
disappointed.
expecting the wand to have more of a fight, to be honest.
It did until you invoked divine assistance.
Ah.
I figured that was
Because-
a good call.
It kind of so when we
What
were
did
thinking
that
about
do?
when we were talking about how the oath worked, is kind of how the oath of a paladin without a god works. Is that I kind of interpret it as there is still divine power behind your abilities, but you're not trying to invoke the name of a god. Instead,
No.
it might be one who's reaching out and giving their powers to you.
Yeah, someone that aligns with my aspirations, I suppose.
Yeah, and so while you may not
Sheer
know the god,
moxie, a god has taken a shine on me.
yeah,
I like it. I like the whole idea that Audric is so full of himself. A god just graced him powers. Be like, you know what? You're such a fucking bro. I'm going to give you divine strength.
He's just
There you go,
watching
dude.
you right now on the telly. He's
Go.
like, oh, this is cool.
Little too much on the drink, but you know what? Whenever it comes to him and that fucking Coliseum, man, he can put up the old one too.
I like that guy.
and I don't know. Maybe maybe you could seduce Svenra. Now that your tiefling
Maybe.
appearance is out there.
She's like, I fucking knew it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Right now, I'm kind of getting red versus blue vibes.
He's gonna immediately roll initiative and then try to seduce her.
No, there's
Like-
a Cerberus that's about to kill us.
Seduce the
Yeah,
Cerberus.
true. Yeah, seduce the Cerberus.
Hold up.
Let's.
Hey, think about think about dog penis.
Hey, there's
I'd
There's
rather
th-
not.
there's
Yeah.
3 of us, and there's 3 heads on that dog.
Yeah, there's
It takes this-
3 heads.
Yeah, and you know what they say about dogs with 3
God
heads?
damn it.
They have 3 heads.
Ah.
Yeah.
By heads, I mean penis.
No!
No, don't go there. I mean, you know what? I already halfway went there, but don't go there.
My goodness.
I'm trying to think of how we could possibly like